Feferi Peixes, the Princess of Denial. Okay, that's a little harsh to say. I have many of the same problems with Feferi that I do with Cankry. If you want to check out my other video, I can link to that somewhere. My issues with Feferi mostly lie, more so than with Cankry actually, with the fandom. Feferi as a standalone character is fine. I don't actually think she was developed enough for her to do anything that truly pissed me off. But there were still some things that she did that were questionable, and the fandom does not acknowledge that. Ever. For starters, Feferi is a bit of a control freak. And what I mean when I say that is she has this... Hey, I'm calling the Empress a control freak. What an asshole, right? But she has this need to be everyone's hero. It was probably at least part of why she found her moral allegiance with Eridan so stressful. How can you be a hero to a histrionic? And God, could I talk about how histrionic Eridan is to the point of nearly diagnosing him with the disorder, which I won't do that. But suffice to say, she couldn't be a hero to somebody who would not be saved. I think that was part of why their relationship did not work out. Immediately after that, she goes to rescue Solix, and this starts off a trend of her having to be everyone's hero throughout the course of the comic. She's also, you know, dare I say, condescending, but that really is a thing that happens, and it actually is really annoying. She uses the R-word slur, you know, content warning in a few seconds. I'm going to say she says retarded, and she uses it as a derogatory insult. She is not the only troll to do so by any means, but she does so without apology and often without it being really necessary. You know, I mean, that's just a gross thing in my opinion and the opinion of many others. But if you're talking about her character and with disregarding that it's a bad word, the fact that she's using it at all, even in a teasing manner, betrays something about her personality, which is that, you know, people are her subjects. Even if they're not, they are. They're the little people. You know, they're fun to save, much in the way that she saves her cuttlefish by keeping them in cages around her hive. And they can swim freely, but the fact is they're still hers. I feel like that's kind of how she views her friends. And she seems to just, you know, view them as beneath her. It would be understandable for her to have that belief by virtue of the fact that she is the heir apparent. Nevertheless, it is still a very annoying aspect of her personality, in my opinion. Despite those bad things that I don't personally like, I don't have a problem with her character at all. She's very excitable. That's a great trait to have, and a good leader for the moments that she does. Creating the dream bubbles is awesome and allows me to ship one of my favorite ships in the world, so shout out Feferi Peixes for giving me the hookup. I don't actually have an issue with her character at all. Besides those little details that I mentioned, I mean, she's pleasant. I mean, she's fine. My issue is that there's these people who, they love Feferi Peixes, and when I say they love Feferi Peixes, I mean she does no wrong. She is a Disney princess. She is the sole victim of the abuse of Eridan Ampora because he just was so rude. He's such a fedora. He is such a brony friendzone. Y'all are fucking crazy. He never once insults her character for dumping him. I'm not going to rant about that for too long, but you need to calm down if you think that if at any point in time Feferi was taking his shit, if she was a victim to him, I don't think that's true. I think she tolerated him. And I mean, hey, he put the lucii on the table in front of her carnivorous lucii. So, I mean, you know, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. I think she had the controlling hand in that. I don't think that she was victim to his shenanigans and theatrics for a half a bleeding second. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think it was easy being his Moirail. I mean, dude. You're trying to calm down somebody who is on the edge of his seat every second of every day and makes drama out of anything. I don't know if there's anybody who's up to that job. And I think she did a, good job while she was doing so. But I don't think that at any point she was, not in control, I guess is what I would say. I don't think that he was too much. A little emotionally draining, certainly, but I don't think that she wouldn't be able to say, look, dude, simmer. And ultimately, she had no problems dumping him either. I mean, he wasn't, if he was abusive towards her, it wasn't to the point where she felt scared to leave. And if anything, he was just kind of clingy and sad. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, why are you bringing up Aridin in a video about feferi? Probably because every single time I see somebody bolstering feferi's character, they have to disparage Aridin's. Yeah, how's it fucking feel? Not pleasant? Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I understand their characters are very, very interwoven, I guess you'd say. That'd be a funny word for Aridin to say. Okay, sorry. Anyways, their characters are, introduced together, for fuck's sake. But I have noticed that whenever people do try to defend feferi, they have to slam Aridin, which is very frustrating because, hey, she's her own character. I don't know if that occurred to you. I like feferi, hate the fans. And of course, I'm not talking about people who are just casually fans of feferi, think she's a cutie pie. I mean, obviously, that's fine. But the people who just have decided to, make a shrine to her, the cult of feferi peixes, where they're worshiping this fictional version of an already fictional character, the even more fictional version, where she never did anything wrong. I think that's actually doing her character a disservice. Because no one likes a character who does nothing wrong. No one likes a character who's just perfect all the time. That's bland. And feferi didn't get that much development, but she got a little more than that. So, that's the end of my rant regarding feferi. I think she's a fine character. Let's start acting like it.